welcome back to Beanie Talks. It is Beanie Talks 30, I think. That's a lot of Beanie Talks. I hope you all had fun Halloweens. I hope you were able to make the best out of it. I'm doing Beanie Talks a little different. I'm starting off with a kind of a vlog style in my car with my dog back here. Hey y'all, this is Phoenix. She looks very excited if you can't tell. And we're just gonna go get some coffee, I guess. And I'm gonna see if they have a pup cup for Phoenix. Hello, puppy. Let's get this show on the road. Let's rock and roll. I'll just get a medium iced caramel latte. Do you guys do like the pup cups for dogs?
We do.
Oh, I'll get one of those too then.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yummy. Oh no, that's gonna make a mess. Oh no. Oh gosh, no, we have to go outside. Okay, I have finally got to a point where I could stop and talk. It turns out bringing the dog was way more chaotic than I thought it was going to be, but it's okay. And I got a caramel latte from Insomnia Coffee. So, I'm here to continue our series, It's Personal. To start off, do you know when someone asks you how you met your best friend or your boyfriend or girlfriend, and it's always like a completely like a super specific story, or you just completely don't know, like you forgot it all? Well, I have a friend who I've known since middle school. We never really got close until high school, but I remember in middle school she used to be so shy and held back to herself. You know, she was just a shy girl. Now she's a junior and I've just been able to see how much she's grown, and now she's just such a confident person with herself and with school and what she wants to do with her life. It's just like amazing to look up to her for her confidence. She's just really confident and she gives really good advice. She really just broke out of her shell. Maybe you know someone like this, or maybe you don't. Maybe you knew someone who was really mean and now they're really nice, or maybe you know someone who just looks completely different from how they used to. Yeah. I just think it's cool how people can change into basically completely different people. I mean, I do think it's cool, but it's also a little strange. People change. We all believe this, we've all seen it, but sometimes it can be hard to handle it. But when it comes to people's negative traits, we gotta take this inside. And we're back. As I was saying, it's really difficult to believe that people with bad traits can change, especially if they've had those bad traits for a while. You start to tell yourself it'll never go away, and you adjust your life to fit their standards. My coach will always be a jerk. My sister will never not be messy. My dad will always be grumpy. Lies. We convince ourselves that these people can't change, but to be honest, it's kind of the same with ourselves. Think about it. Do you have something you want to change about yourself? Like, not physically, but deeper than that. Maybe it's a bad habit, something you know you should stop and you never could, or you tried to stop and you're just back into the same place. Maybe it's situational, like you regret saying some things you said when you were upset, or there's someone you're really jealous of, and you wish you weren't, but you can't help it, and you think it's never gonna change. Or maybe it's a label you carry. Let's say you've done something in the past and people don't forget that, and it's just something you carry around and you think that's never going to go away. Sometimes we just feel powerless when it comes to certain things about us. There are some circumstances that we can't make different, like you can't choose who your parents are or how much money they make, and you can't choose how many assignments your teachers give you. So when you already have a bunch of things you can't control, it's easy to feel like you can control the things that you struggle with. Even if you use phrases like, "It is what it is."
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Or, "That's just who I am." Those are phrases that have shown that you've already given up. And that leads us back to the same dude we've been talking about, Zacchaeus. Wait a second.
Zacchaeus or Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus. So we've been talking about Zacchaeus for a while now. He was a bad guy with a bad reputation. And last week, Mikhail mentioned how Jesus came to Zacchaeus' house and practically invited himself in. And this shocked people. Luke 19:7 says, "All the people saw this and began to mutter, 'He has gone to be with the guest of a sinner.'" I want to give you an example. Think of the biggest celebrity you know. Someone you've always wanted to meet. It's your favorite celebrity. And they show up at your school. And they go right up to the meanest person you know in your school. And they just ask them to hang out. The celebrity chooses the person who you would think is the least deserving of it. So now that you've imagined that, that's kind of what's happening with the people in the crowd and the situation with Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
Why would Jesus want to hang out with that guy? It was crazy to people. But imagine being Zacchaeus. You're a tax collector who cheats people out of their own money. Nobody likes you. I mean, nobody. And there's a man that some people call the great Messiah. The great teacher. He is the real celebrity in this situation. A massive crowd gathers just to see him, the Messiah, and he chooses you. He chooses the mean, bad tax collector that cheats people out of their money. He doesn't yell at you. He doesn't tell you all the ways you have to change. He knows who you are. And more than that, he sees the ways that you can change. He sees who you could be. And this is how Zacchaeus responded in Luke 19:8. "But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, 'Look, Lord, here and now I give half my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount.'" It's great that Zacchaeus took the step to repay people, but it became personal the moment Jesus spoke to him. Jesus wasn't looking at what Zacchaeus had done. Instead, he was looking at what Zacchaeus could be. When someone sees your potential and not the mistakes you've made, it changes things. When somebody sees who you could be, it makes things different, and that's what Jesus did for Zacchaeus. And if it's not obvious enough yet, Jesus sees the same potential in you too. I mean, he was God. He did walk the earth, and he experienced the same emotions and feelings as we did. The interaction that Zacchaeus had with Jesus proves that we don't need to change to be okay with God. No matter what we struggle with, he sees who we can become. It's personal because Jesus knows your potential. Further on in the story, Luke 19:9-10 says, "Jesus said to him, 'Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost.' Today, salvation has come to this house." And from that day forward, amazing change had come to the life of Zacchaeus, for Jesus had came right up to him and treated him like he had potential, because he did, and you do too. Jesus pursues people and offers his strength and help so they can change. And because of Jesus, anyone can change. Is anyone counting how many times I say the word change? So I'm sure there are areas in your life that you want to change. I mean, there are some for me too. But change happens through the work of Jesus. I want you to rely on God to work on changing these areas in your life instead of your own strengths. God is more powerful than us. Partner with him to make those changes. He sees the potential in us, especially when you don't. Zacchaeus encountered Jesus before he decided to actively change, and that's when it became personal. So I want to challenge you to actively seek out Jesus. He's waiting for you to run into his arms so he can get started on those changes. So we need to do 2 things. First of all, you have to believe that you can change. It's scientifically proven if you have the mindset that you know you can change, your chances of changing are way better. Because of Jesus, know that it's possible to control that habit, fix that anger, fix that relationship, whatever it is. Then you have to take that first step to make that change. Talk to someone about it, pray about it, even set an alarm on your phone that reminds you that you can change. 2, we have to believe that others can change. With the situation with Zacchaeus, all the people in the crowd were just simply denying the fact that they thought he was ever going to change with Jesus. Ask yourself this: who is someone that I can't imagine changing for the better? Then consider the possibility that Jesus is capable of radically changing people. I challenge you to do something to help that person this week. Send them a text, find time to pursue that relationship, or just pray for them. Do something, even if it's small. Making a change is so much easier with support. So remember, you're not alone. Reach out to your small group about it. Reach out to someone you trust. We're here for you. Because of Jesus, anyone can change. Well, thank you so much for listening to Beanie Talks, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
change. Stop yelling!
Oh my gosh, why is it getting so bright? And if, oh my goodness.